Hello, everybody. My name is Aryan. My team is the DreamScape team, and it's me, my friends Min and Tony, and we built the app called DreamScape, which I'm going to be giving a little bit of an introduction about. So, a few months ago, we were all staring at the same stack of articles and flashcards, wondering when we'd actually get through them to study, of course. We realized that our only uninterrupted block of time was when we were winding down for the night. But that time just slips away, right? You're sleeping, and that's all you do then. Meanwhile, there's some sleep studies that show at labs like Northwestern that show that gently reactivating memories during slow wave sleep can boost recall by 10 to 30%, meaning if you already studied something and if you have some gentle ways of recalling that information during your sleep, your recall just gets better. That clicked something in us, and we thought, what if bedtime wasn't just dead time, but it is a way to reinforce what we've already tried to remember? That insight is what led to Dreamscape. I'm going to be showing you a little bit about what is going on, how everything works. Um, we worked super hard on making this good and accessible. Um, Dreamscape is an app that does not only need to focus on you sleeping. You can also use it on your way to work, on your way to class, just to use it as a tool to recall something. So when you get in, you have this very nice, beautiful looking homepage that shows you something about a sleep mode, which we're going to dig into later. It shows you the topics that you have, the active decks and flashcards, and all of that good stuff. So once you're getting, the first thing that you want to do is upload something, some kind of information to the app, right? So you go to import document, you choose a document. So on the document can be on your phone. This is one of the research papers that I looked at a while ago. You upload the document. Once the document has successfully uploaded, we use Gemini to generate some cues. So Gemini API in the backend summarizes the document and generates a few cues based on the articulation points of the document. Once that is done, you can review your cues. The paper was about AI assistants and large language models, and that's what it does here. Usage of AI, blah, 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 all the good stuff, right? Once that happens, you save the topic, and the topic is saved on your phone. And once that is done, you can go to flashcards. You can also access flashcards from here, by the way. And you see that there's two of the same things. That's because I used one for testing. You go in here, it creates sort of flashcards for you to remember, or for also the tool to use later on. But you can also add your own flashcards if you'd like. So that's one. The next highlight of what we've done is the sleep tool. This is where you go use your topic, select a topic from the things that we generated before. We have a very immersive way of understanding this. So instead of just a person talking to you, we decided, hey, what if there's also like an ambient music in the background that's placed? So you can preview some sort of ambient music and you can stop it. We also have four different voice personas that you can use. We chose to decided just to give the users a little more flexibility in what they like. So you can
Hi, thanks
preview
for
what you
checking
like,
out Dream.
and then once you select the things that you want, you can say start,
AI assistants help
and
developers
you have
reduce
these
keystrokes, finish
cues
tasks
that are
quickly, recall.
narrated by the choice of voice assistant and the choice of background music. Let's say I want to do lo-fi now. I choose one of the voice assistants and I do start.
AI assistants
So there's
help developers
a sort
reduce
of
keystrokes, finish tasks
it's a more
quickly.
immersive way of you recalling something in your sleep. And this has to not just be stuck to using it while you're sleeping. Let's say you're on your way to commute and there's a document you want to review. You can just upload the document, it generates cues based on the articulation points, and then it gives you a sort of voice narrated version of the document. So let's say you've done this, um, you recall whatever you wanted to recall through the voice narration and the music in the background and whatnot. You can also choose no music if you don't want to. That's all up to you. Go to home. There's also a way you can quiz yourself on what you've recalled. So let's say we have these. Let's say you want to quiz yourself on that. So we use Gemini again in the backend to generate quizzes for the documents that you submit. So the document that you submit is going to be stored on the phone, obviously, and based on that, it's just going to ask you questions. So I haven't read the paper in a while, so I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, there you go. Lucky click. And it can quiz you, and it tells you if you're doing good, if you're not doing good. For the sake of the demonstration, we just go, and then you can go to your dashboard. The dashboard shows you all the cues that you've played so far. It calculates the average retention boost in the back end. It shows you how active you are. We've been using this overnight, so Sunday it is. And then it shows you all the cues that are planned. We also have a settings menu that's still, we're trying to update it. It shows you all the sleep sessions that you completed. We completed one quiz, so it shows the one quiz. This is all dynamic. We have preferences for notification or sound effects if you like. There's also a danger zone where if you click it, it clears all the data and you kind of start from scratch again. So that's what we have so far. Thank you so much for listening. Super excited and super proud of this, and thank you.